Vaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Ajnana Timirandasya Gyananjana Shalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Jena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Sri Chaitanya Manovistam Stapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamayam Dadati Swapadantikam Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Juta Padakamalam Shri Gurung Vaishnavamscha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunatam Vitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Sadvadutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Sri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Lalita Shri Vishakam He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dinabandho Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostute Tapta Kanchana Gaurange Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vishabhano Sute Deve Pranamami Hari Priye Vanchakalpatarubhyascha Kipasindhuvya evacha Patitanam pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha. Jai Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivashati Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna. So today is a most auspicious day, especially for all of us who are here in Vrindavan. Today is the culmination of the month of Kartik. Month of Kartik, the predominating deity is Srimati Radharani. And this is the month whereby when one practices devotional service, especially here in Vrindavan, it's much more exponentially multiplied, much more than ordinary days except Kartik time. Vrindavan is a transcendental place. This is a place of Vrinda Devi. That's why everything that we perform here in Vrindavan is very potent. Vrinda Devi was given a benediction from Lord Vishnu. Once, one of her manifest pastimes here, she is the daughter of King Emperor Kerida, and she performed like 60,000 years of penances, austerities. And Lord Vishnu became pleased with her austerities and sacrifice, that this place where she resided, everyone who performed bhakti here becomes so much more enlivened, much more spiritually surcharged than anywhere else. Of course, Srila Prabhupada says that wherever there is an installed deities of Radha and Krishna, that is also none different than Vrindavan. So all of our temples where there are installed deities of Radha and Krishna, that is also Vrindavan. But as soon as you step out of the temple, it's a big problem. It's completely, of course, it depends again. For a liberated soul, there's no difference between material world and the spiritual world. Everything for him is a spiritual world. But for sadhakas like us, we need to see things according to Guru, Sadhu, and Sastras, that many of us have to follow rules and regulations, be strict with our senses, control the mind, free from any disturbance, sharpen the intelligence, and ultimately become free from false ego, that ultimately will be able to relish real Vrindavan. Because this Vrindavan is none different than the original Vrindavan in Goloka Vrindavan. So this is Krishna's place of residence, and especially in the month of Kartik, many pastimes happen. The Damodar Leela, which we observe on Diwali, that's the time when Mother Yasoda bound Lord Krishna with a rope. Of course, in the beginning, she's not able to do it, because Krishna cannot be bound by any other means, only except by the love of his devotees. The sweetest pastimes of all of Krishna's pastimes is this Balya Leela, his childhood pastimes. Govardhan Puja also we observe in the month of Kartik, where Lord Krishna at the age of 7 years old, he lifted the Govardhan hill. And that's the time when Lord Krishna gave his darshan to the Brajabasis continuously without going anywhere for 7 days. Usually the gopis will curse Lord Brahma for his defect on creating these eyes that closed. They don't want the eyes to close. They don't want to have Krishna be not seen by them. So the gopis curse Lord Brahma in that way. But for 7 continuous days, they cannot take away their eyes from Lord Krishna in that Govardhan Leela. There are 2 also Rasa Yatra. One is in the springtime, Basant Ras. And then there is also this Saradiya Rasa, this autumn. Of course, in the spiritual world, it's always full moon. They always have dance there, Rasa dance there. And this topic actually is not usually being discussed in public. Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he would only discuss this to his very intimate devotees, associates. The Supreme Lord, he comes to the material world not just to kill the demons, paritranaya sadhunam vinasaya chaduskritam, or to establish religious principles, yada yadahi dharmasya glanir bhavati bharata. According to the scriptures, the Supreme Lord manifests His Leela in the material world in order to attract the conditioned souls like us to go back home, back to Godhead, where we originally reside. There's a saying in English, there is no place like home. And this is our real home, Vrindavan. However, we are hard-hearted that somehow or other we're still not able to understand or relish these different pastimes because we still have to purify ourselves, especially with the best process of Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. So, this Kartik time is the best time for us to become purified, especially in Vrindavan. Many devotees, they took vows of different austerities, to chant more, to distribute more books, to hear more about the pastimes of the Supreme Lord, to enhance and improve their bhakti. Kartik time is like there is a sale, a big sale. Of course, in America, every day is a sale there. But sometimes there's like a big sale that everyone takes advantage. So anyone who doesn't have even any contact with bhakti, and if they come to Vrindavan, even for 3 nights, their bhakti will be revived. Because everyone actually is a devotee of the Lord. We're all sons and daughters of the Supreme Lord, but some are more covered up. So, Jai Sisi Gornitai, Guru Parampara, Sisi Krishna Balaram, the 2 cows, Radhe Shyam, Lalita Vishaka Devi Ki, Jai. And Sisi Radha Madhava is still there. So, this, for many of us actually, we do all of these things every day, waking up early in the morning, chanting our rounds, reading. But in the month of Kartik, especially the last 5 days, it's very much exponentially increased. And as today is Sri Krishna Rasa Yatra, we're just going to discuss, even though we're not qualified, maybe you are all qualified, but I am not qualified. But it says also, Prabhupada says, if one wants to get rid of his lusty desires, then one should hear the Rasa Leela, pastimes of the Supreme Lord. And definitely, I am full of lusty desires. Lusty desires doesn't necessarily means attraction to the opposite sex. The topmost is one's prestige, position. A sannyasi can give up money, can give up wealth, but very difficult to give up is one's misunderstanding that he is very, very advanced, that he is very unique. This is what you call false prestige, adoration. So this goes for everyone. But Prabhupada has a solution for this, to give up this material desires, especially the attraction towards the opposite sex, is that if we hear from the pastimes of the Supreme Lord, from the acharyas, from the pure devotees, Here in Vrindavan, if you walk in the streets, you'll see so many billboards. Everywhere, there are so many billboards. And 99% of them is about katakar. It's what you call personalities who give discussions for, not all of them, but some of them are genuine, but most of them are what you call professional reciters. That instead of one's heart becomes cleansed and purified while hearing them, your material desires increased. Because the speaker is just there for some ulterior motives. That they enjoy while they're hearing, but then after hearing what they heard, their material desires increase. So that is most unwanted. That's why Prabhupada forbade us not to hear any of these kathas or discourses outside. He warned us very, very strongly not to do it. Don't do it. But some of our members, they heard, oh, very nice katha, I must go there. Then what to do? If we want to make advancement in Krishna consciousness, we have to follow the directions of the previous acharyas and Srila Prabhupada. So, this month where the Rasa Yatra happened also, it happened in the beginning of Kartik, that Saradiya Rasa Yatra, that autumn Rasa dance. And today also is Krishna Rasa Yatra, Shri Krishna Rasa Yatra, because today also is full moon. So whenever there is full moon, the gopis and Krishna, they would wear white. Right now, like right now, so that they can be incognito. They will not be seen and they cannot be traced. So Krishna would play his flute to call them. Now this flute is a messenger. All the things in the spiritual world are what you call the animate. Animate means they're full of chit potency, fully conscious. The trees, the plants, everything, the floor, every speck of sand is fully conscious. So Krishna has three kinds of flutes. And with this one flute, in the middle of the night, Krishna will call the gopis. And by the sound of the flute, it gives message to the gopis that now Krishna is calling us. And they will give up everything that time. They will drop everything. They will even be separated from their family members. Some of them are married. Some of them are non-married. In the 5 chapters of the Krishna book, Srila Prabhupada described this pastimes from chapter 29, 30, 31, 32, 33. 5 chapters. That Krishna, he asked them to come. Actually, not indirectly. He's just playing his flute. But the message of the flute is this: now Krishna is ready to have your association. So this happened in near Yamuna, under the Vamshivat tree. There's another place also where the other Rasa Lila is performed. And here, Lord Krishna, at one time, of course, many are actually criticizing the followers of Lord Krishna for saying that you say that Krishna is God, but then how God can be a womanizer? This seems to be contradictory. If God is all good, then how is he showing that he has so many girlfriends and even some of them are married? This is contradictory. That makes sense, isn't it? It's like in the past times in Dwarka, Krishna has 16,108 wives. So one may say, how come? Krishna seems to be very lusty, 16,108 wives. Prabhupada says, Krishna can be unlimitedly lusty. He can have unlimited wives. Of course, ultimately, we are all prakritis. In principle, we are to be enjoyed, and Krishna is the supreme enjoyer. As soon as we want to enjoy, then we separate ourselves from Krishna. So the gopis' main intention is to give Krishna pleasure. We've heard last Ekadasi, you were here and Prabhupada was giving class. You remember? Prabhupada was saying that they dress themselves to give Krishna pleasure. They decorate themselves to give Krishna pleasure. That is their main purpose. And Krishna is there also to give them pleasure, reciprocally. So there is this one gopi who is not mentioned in the Srimad Bhagavatam, that in other scriptures, in some of the Puranas, Upanishads, it is mentioned, her name was mentioned there. But this was hidden. That name of Gopi was hidden. Anaya radito nunam bhagavan harir isvara yanno bihaya govinda pritoyam anayad raha. Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 10, Chapter 30, Text 28. Certainly this particular gopi has perfectly worshipped the all-powerful personality of Godhead. Therefore Govinda was so pleased with her that he abandoned the rest of us and brought her to a secluded place. That personality is none other than Srimati Radharani. See, the love of the devotees of the Supreme Lord, especially the gopis, who are the topmost example of the highest devotion and love towards the Supreme Lord, as Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu told us that we should follow in their footsteps, is not like mundane love. Spiritual love is compared, as Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami in the Chaitanya Charitamrita, is compared to gold. And what you so-called love in the material world is lust. And is compared to iron. Of course, that love of the gopis also is mentioned also as considered as lusty desires, because they want Krishna to be happy. not I want to enjoy. I want to give Krishna pleasure. That is the devotees only thinking all the time. The material is, I want to take something from God. Give me this, give me that, give me many, many things. But for the devotees, I want to give everything to Krishna. So that is the gopis' mood. Lust and love, they have different characteristics. So, Krishna, at the time of this rasa dance, Krishna took off with Srimati Radharani. Of course, he didn't say in the Bhagavatam, but then the gopis, they were just surprised that Krishna disappeared. And they didn't know that it was Radharani in the beginning that he left with. And they just found these two sets of footprints. But then later on, Krishna also left Radharani. The acharyas have something to say here, technical reasons why. First, he invited them to come. Then he left with Radharani. And then he left Radharani. How is that? Who is it? That's Krishna calling now. Yeah. This is Sahasranam, Vishnu Sahasranam. Very nice ringtone. So, when they found, actually, then the gopis, actually, they were looking for Krishna. Where is he? Then they found these two sets of footprints of Krishna, but then there's another person. Then they found out later on that actually Radharani, it was Radharani. She was crying in separation. When they saw Radharani in that condition, they concluded that she has the topmost love. She has the highest love towards Krishna. They concluded that. So now, what to do? Krishna is not around. Krishna, he has his own will. If he wants to disappear, you will never find him. If you want him to come, you cannot force him to come. So they concluded that the only solution for this is to do Sankirtan. The only solution to call for Krishna is to narrate and sing his glories or his pastimes. So in our condition, we chant Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. So they decided, we cannot find Krishna unless he wishes to be found. We cannot force him to come before us. So how can we attract Krishna's attention? How can we move Krishna to come back to us? They concluded that the best method was Sankirtan, chanting the glories of Krishna together along with crying. That's why Srila Prabhupada mentions that when we chant Hare Krishna Maha Mantra, it should be just like of a child crying for his parents or his mother. In this way, we'll get the attraction of Krishna. It's like if you want to call someone, actually the sweetest word in the planet is your own name. You want to hear your name. Just like if I say, Raseswar Gaur Prabhu, Oh, my name is being called. Krishna Das. So similarly, if this is natural for us to want it to be heard, our name, the origin of this is Krishna. If you want to hear or have Krishna's attention and Krishna come personally in front of you, then we have to chant purely the Hare Krishna Maha Mantra, His holy name. So they all returned to the bank of the Yamuna, where they had originally met Lord Krishna. And then when they started singing, Krishna heard this singing. And what else can you do? He came there to meet them, and in his most attractive feature, it says here, from the 10th canto, chapter 32, text 2. Te tasham abiru bhe chori smaya mana mukhambuja pitambara dara sragvi saksan manmata. Then Lord Krishna, a smile on his lotus face, appeared before the gopis, wearing a garland and a yellow garment. He directly appeared as one who can bewilder the mind of Cupid, who himself bewilders the minds of ordinary people. That's why one of the names of Lord Krishna is what? Madan Mohan. One who conquers Cupid, who attracts Cupid. But who is this that attracts Krishna more? Srimati Radharani. That's why her name is Madan Mohan Mohini. There's only one person who can attract Krishna the most. That's Srimati Radharani. So a very interesting dialogue happened here between Krishna and the gopis. Because the gopis, they were transcendentally, they're very angry at Krishna. First you call us, now you took off with someone, and then now you left her alone, and now we're calling you. So now, what's gonna happen next? This man, transcendental anger. Anger is there in the spiritual world. Lust is there in the spiritual world. Anger is there in the spiritual world. Was that lust, anger, greed, madness, illusion, and envy? The 6 enemies, anarthas, within our hearts. 5 of them we can dovetail to Krishna, except envy. Prabhupada says that's why we are still in the material world, because of enviousness, envious mentality. Prabhupada says the whole world is envious of each other. This is the nature of the material world. The materialists are envious of another materialist. The materialists are envious of the devotees, because they say, hey, he's always smiling. They're all happy all the time. They don't go to work. They don't have any responsibilities, but they're happy. What's wrong with them? So sometimes though, a devotee who is what you call prakrita bhakta, materialistic devotee, is envious of another devotee. Have you seen them? I don't see anybody. There's no envy with you, no? Because Prakrita Bhakta, when he sees another devotee, how come he's always talking about Krishna? How come he's always chanting nicely for the Lord? How come he's always doing service for Krishna? This is not good. This is not good. I will do many things to hinder or make trouble for this devotee. This is not good. I am the only one who can serve Krishna the best. I should be the first. Why is he only the first? The gopis are not like this. Of course, in the spiritual world, there is a transcendental competition. Who can serve Krishna the topmost, the best? But they don't hinder each other to serve. So now, Anger is there, transcendental anger. Why Krishna had abandoned them. So, they wanted Krishna to explain why. So, this conversation is very interesting because they're very tactful. They're in intelligent way, they would like to have Krishna respond to their explanation first. They said that there are 3 kinds of lovers. Try to listen to this one. 3 kinds of lovers. Maybe it's one of you is one of them. They presented these 3 categories to Krishna in a different ways that lovers deal with others and ask Krishna to explain them. First, they will say these 3 kinds of lovers, and Krishna has to explain them. So indirectly, they were asking Krishna, in which category are you? Very clever, isn't it? Indirectly. So the first category is that if you are kind to me, I will be kind to you. Okay? If you ignore me, I will ignore you. Then Krishna says, they are like merchants. You know merchants, you go to Loy Bazaar. For you, I don't make profit. They will tell you this. So they give only with the expectation of return. It's like, if I give you a certain amount, I expect you to do the same amount, to be given back to me. So that's one kind of lover. They are selfish. Selfish, Krishna says. They only give as much as they expect in return. Then the next category is that they who love the others, even though the other does not love them. It's like they love you, but not necessarily I will love you. Okay? This is like compared to parents. The nature or the duties of the parents is to have their children grow up to become a very wonderful person, very successful person. They will take care of them during their childhood days and not expecting anything. And the children, when they grow up, they may not reciprocate. Have you seen those kind of children? Sometimes in Krishna consciousness is like that also. We have children, they grow up nicely when they're young, very well trained up by their parents. But when they grow up, you cannot control them anymore. They have their own decisions to make and what to do. But still the parents will do their duties. But sometimes the materialists, they think that, oh, I know when I take care of this child, that child will reciprocate to me when he or she grow up. They have this mentality. Now, higher than parents actually are the devotees of the Lord. Because devotees of the Lord, they love everyone. They will share Krishna to everyone, even if they don't reciprocate also at the same time. Whether they get ridiculed, laughed at, or be angered, they will still do what they supposed to do, to give Krishna consciousness to others. So Krishna said to this, those who love others, even if others don't love them in return, they're following the true path of Dharma. And they are the true friends of humanity. That's Dharma, when the parents do their duty. In the third category are they who don't reciprocate even when others love them. This is the third category. Are they who don't reciprocate even when others love them. So remember the first category? What is the first category? If you love me, I love you. That's first. And the second one? I love you even if you don't love me. Isn't it? Even if you don't love me, I love you. That's the second one. The same thing. And then the third category is, even if you love me, I don't reciprocate to you. So the gopis wanted Krishna to admit that he was in the third category. They did not want to say it themselves, but they wanted to hear it from Krishna's own mouth. They wanted to trap him with their subtle network of wise and clever words. Now, within the third category, there are 4 types, 4 divisions. This is the Acharyas saying. We will not be able to understand this. The Acharyas revealed deeper, inner meanings of these leelas for us to understand somehow, or touched even the tip of it. Just like Prabhupada, he will give his Bhaktivedanta purports so that we'll be able to understand the knowledge about Krishna. The first one is an Atmarama. What is an Atmarama? Self-satisfied. How can you satisfy him? He's fully satisfied. Even if you love him, he won't reciprocate because he is self-satisfied. Isn't it? The one who has everything, how can you give him something? He has everything. He's already satisfied. Then the next one is what he called Aptakama. He has desires, but it is already satisfied. So you cannot satisfy him anymore. He has desired, but is already satisfied. So he's satisfied already. So he doesn't need you. You meet people like this, devotees like this. Even if you love him, he won't reciprocate. Then there is the third division, Akritagya. He is ungrateful. And then there is the last division, Guru Druha. You love me, but I don't reciprocate. I remain indifferent. Do you know what is the meaning of indifferent? No concern. Sannyasis is supposed to be indifferent. If you give them a big palace to stay, fine. If you give them a place under the tree, fine. If you give them donation, fine. If you don't give them donation, fine. If you give them a big Rolls Royce to go from airport to your place, fine. If you give them a horse carriage to go from airport to your place, fine. That's why you called indifferent. No concern. So this is what you called Guru Druha. Guru Druha means you love me and I'm not just indifferent to you, but then I become inimical. You know what inimical means? Becomes like opposite. Sometimes it could be dangerous. So actually, the gopis wanted Krishna to admit that he had been ungrateful. So ultimately, Krishna has to respond. And this is what the Acharya says. I did not neglect you, nor was I indifferent to you. I was always thinking of you. But in order to increase your love for me, I hid myself from you. Now there's a defect here. Krishna is giving here an example Just like a poor man who gains some wealth and he loses all those wealth. So he'll be always thinking, where's my money? Where's my money? So he wanted the gopis to be thinking in this way. Krishna disappeared, so the attractiveness of the gopis to Krishna will increase. It's like if you miss a person, you want to see that person more. The bondage may be broken, but if you don't see your loved ones, you want to see more, the time when you want to see them. So Krishna says, I created a situation by which your attachment for me would increase. So I was reciprocating with you. So although Krishna, he gave a good argument here. I want to increase your attraction to me. That's why I left. But then, there is a defect here. Because the gopis' attraction never diminished. It's always increasing. All the time. It's always increasing and unlimited. Just like this chanting of Hare Krishna Maha Mantra. We heard this from the first verse of the Sikshastakam. Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu says, it's unending and it's always increasing. The chanting of the Hare Krishna Maha Mantra, the taste. So again, there is an intricate and elaborate discussion by the Acharyas about the dialogue between Krishna and the gopis. But at the very end, Krishna admits defeat. So he admitted defeat here. In this verse, Na paraye ham niravadya samyujam swasadu krityang bibudaya sapi va yamavajan durjara geha sinkala sambrischa tadva pratiyatu saduna. It goes like this. Actually, I am unable to repay my debt for your service to me, even with the prolonged life of Brahma, because you have given up everything for me. You have given up family ties, which are so difficult to break. You have given up the dictates of the world, of the Vedas, and of your relatives. You have forsaken everything for my sake, which I could not do for you. You have given up all other relationships for me, but I could not do that for you. I still have my father and mother and friends. You came running out of your houses in the middle of the night. But I sneak out and return in the morning so that no one catches me. But you, with complete abandon, have come to meet me without any consideration of the consequences. And I have so many devotees with whom I reciprocate. Devotees in Madhurya Ras, in Vatsalya Ras, in Sakya Ras, in Dasya Ras, and in Santa Ras. I also reciprocate with the sadhakas in the material world who are struggling and trying to become devotees. I reciprocate with everyone who approaches me, but you love only me. So I cannot equal your love. I admit it. I can never repay my debt to you. He concluded, I am defeated by your love. So the gopis, they were so touched by these words coming from Lord Krishna. And they says to themselves, now he has defeated us. We could not admit to him that he defeated us, but he has admitted to us that we defeated him. So he has defeated us. So, of course, this is all on the platform of transcendental love. We cannot fathom this unless we purify our consciousness. This is subject matters which can only be understood especially by the mercy of Guru, Sadhus, and the Supreme Lord Himself. But Srila Prabhupada made it so easily available also from the Krishna book, those Krishna book stories that we've heard. Some of them are prakat and aprakat leelas of the Supreme Lord. Some of these pastimes are manifest in the material world, and some of these pastimes, even though it's still happening right now, is unmanifest, not prakat. But in the spiritual world, this is always manifest. Just like the sun is always there, but at night, we don't see the sun. Become covered up from our eyesight. So similarly, those who are pure in their hearts, those who doesn't have any more envy, lust, anger, greed, madness, illusion, and hatred, they can see these pastimes within their hearts even at this very moment. And especially this evening, they'll be able to see the Rasa Lila. And some of them, they may be able to even join in the Rasa Lila dance. This divine dance of love. This is the highest. Not everyone, Srila Prabhupada says, each and every one of us has a very unique relationship with Krishna. The Supreme Lord is the only person who has relationships with everybody. Not us. We don't have relationship with everyone. Maybe only few. At the most, the whole country, if you're the president. But still, you're still the servant. So the idea why we read this is that somehow to give us a little glimpse of these pastimes and have a clear understanding of this Rasa Lila. Not just, go jump in the Rasa Lila pastimes. Prabhupada says also we should start reading the ABCs, the Bhagavad Gita, and then the first canto, second canto, third canto, which is like the Srimad Bhagavatam is compared to the body of the Supreme Lord, the transcendental form. It's like when we go have darshan of the Supreme Lord, we don't go straight to the face. The 10th canto is considered as the smiling face of Lord Krishna. We start first from the lotus feet, going up and up and up, till then we relish the reciprocation with the Supreme Lord. So today is very auspicious day, and I hope that you're coming to Vrindavan, your wishes, your hopes and dreams becomes fulfilled. If you're going to aim or wish or pray for the highest. Pray for the topmost. Vrindavan is like a Chintamani Dham, that all the wishes becomes fulfilled. Some, they come here for the wrong purpose, but for the right place. Because they know that their purpose will be fulfilled. We come here for the right purpose, with the right consciousness, because this is the right place. Those devotees who perform austerities for Chaturmasya, 4 months, and this Kartik, and then the last 5 days, that doesn't mean that after this, you started to enjoy. Austerities continues till we go back home, back to Godhead. We don't perform austerity for the sake of performing austerities. We perform austerities to please the Supreme Lord. Austerities means you want to attain a certain hopes or desire to be fulfilled, but even into you don't like to do it, but you have to do it in order to get the result that you wanted to attain. So, we'd like to thank you all for coming, and hope you all come again. For those devotees who are here just visiting us, we're all visitors here for now. Someday we'll become residents of Vrindavan. So come back again sooner and stay longer. Hare Krishna. Srila Prabhupada ki. Dhanyavad. I'm sorry, no time for others. Otherwise, you're gonna miss your breakfast. Hare Krishna.